Nobody knows whether you've worn it before. I'm just wearing the same thing. Whereas women, and I'm not talking particularly about my wife, but she's the only one I know. Where's my? Oh, she's over there. They have a different mechanism. So Miz, please stand up. No. Miz did the whole morning at Debenhams with like a what do you call it? A personal shopper. Picks out everything you need to wear, inside and out. Just like stand up, mother of the bride. That's what they picked, yeah? Is it like a plan B or something? No, but we have been married for many, many years, and we do really... What's that saying? Something comes in small packages.
Good thing.
Dwarves. No, but we do love each other. It's tough for her being so small. Stand up again. Oh, it's not fair. Her sister is even smaller than she is. Miz is the tallest woman in the entire Jones population that had ever existed. At 5'1.5". And poor Miz, before she knew she was going to be a doctor, she knew she wanted to be a scientist, and she thought she might be a microbiologist because she thought that was the smallest doctor you could possibly. I like that one. I put that on the paper. If you didn't like it, that's fine. Anyway, for anybody who's wondering, Molly, Miz is really Molly's mum, even though all the genes didn't necessarily get through. This W1, for instance. And the other gene that didn't get through, and I've had cause to mention this in previous wedding speeches, is the sense of direction gene, also known as I don't care which effing way is north. And Molly has got an amazing sense of direction. My wife, can you point to the person who's speaking to at the moment? So Liz and I, the other day, and it was just us, and Liz was in charge, and she was like, I've no idea. I have absolutely no idea where we are. And I was going, what? You see that cooker? That's our cooker. We're in the kitchen. And this? That's Jamie Oliver. No. She has no sense of direction, but Molly. Let's hear it from for brides with sense of direction. When I say three, I want everybody to stand up and point north. 1, 2, 3. North! Right, okay. There's a few brides in there. Yeah. Okay. I do. Perhaps there isn't a north here. I don't know. Perhaps there isn't. Anyway, I do love my wife. And I'm coming up to some tips for Mol, based on things. But before that, I have to say that my lovely, lovely wife, I do love you. And in an unusual aberration from the gender stereotype, some of you know that last year I'd spent a couple of months in Tanzania. This is a little bit sloppy. Am I allowed to do sloppy? It's a little bit sloppy. Yeah, so a little bit sloppy, but I came back from a couple of months in Tanzania not having seen them. she poured me with the first night together. There was nobody else there, and she sat down opposite me and poured me a glass of wine and gave it to me and just looked into my eyes, and I sipped it and I said, "I love you very, very much." And she said, "Is that you talking or the wine?" And I said, "It's me talking to the wine." So here we come to the final bit of the speech. The 3 tips for the guys going into marriage. Something to give you a little bit of wisdom and knowledge in your future married life. So tip number one is ritual humiliation. Introduce your future spouse to everybody you know as a cartoon character. Do you know what we're going on about? Tommy said, Sid, it was 2 years before we knew that Sid's name was not actually Tom. So we used to be at this is Molly. This is my daughter Molly and her fiance Sid. And Sid would be like, and we didn't know, and he was too polite to say. It could have been like, "Oh, this is my daughter Molly and her boyfriend Godzilla." He would. So the first point is ritual. The second is to recognise that this is a serious point now. Different people do things differently, and this is built into your DNA. You cannot change your DNA. You cannot change the way in which you do things. Some people do it this way. Some people do it the other way. And being married, having your roots interlocked together. They didn't mention this in Captain Corelli's Magazine. But once you lock your roots together, you have to recognise that the other person does it differently. And I'm talking about putters and leavers. Putters put things, and leavers leave things. Yeah? Putters, oh, I'm just going to put this thing here. Leavers, I'm just going to, leave these things here. I think Jenny probably and Helge know what I'm talking about. Where are Jenny and Helge? Yeah. This is a transcript of a conversation that I had when I was up there. Jenny, where are the keys? This is the basic. I do a better Norwegian accent, by the way. Jenny, where are the keys? I had them a moment ago, Helge. Perhaps they're on the key hook, Jenny. I am being ironic. Yeah, don't worry, we'll find them, Helge, we'll find them. I'll check the recycling and you check the white goods. Don't worry, Jenny, I found them. Oh, where are they? In the fridge. With the kids. I thought they were at school. No, it's Saturday in July. Saturday in July? We should be at Molly's wedding! Anyway, putters and leavers. Putters and leavers. Putters put things where they belong, don't they, Tom? Where they belong. And they don't get it. The leavers just do not understand what is going on with putters when they put things where they belong. Yeah. So putters, for instance, don't get it. Is it so hard when you've read the paper to put it in the partly read periodicals rack? Tom actually has got a partly read what's this in the sock drawer? Ooh, my sandwich, yeah! I've been looking for that a couple of days, yeah! Or alternatively, what are you looking for, Molly? My socks. Well, they're hardly going to be in the underpants awaiting ironing pile, are they? Socks, by the way, are an important identifier of putters and leavers because putters will only have socks that tessellate. Tessellate, you know what tessellate is? Tessellate makes patterns. So putters will have socks and they will take one sock out and the second sock will be the demure companion of the first sock. It will be the same tasteful hue, the same neat crease down the centre of the sock. Whereas leavers, Molly, your socks at the moment? Not even Can I just see, can you stand up at the moment? If you've got odd socks on, can you stand up? Yeah. Some leavers here. If you're a putter, if you're a leaver, can you stand up if you're a leaver? Yeah. If you're a putter, can you read the instructions on your table there? So now I get to my guppy ending, which is this. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful ceremony. And I personally believe that it's not just about, it's not just something that happens on the surface, it's something that happens deep, 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 deep down, that they've made a commitment, that they are going to love each other. And they are going to be one person producing one set of flowers for the evermore. So Molly and Tom, I've got to read this bit because I'll forget it otherwise. May you always find love in each other's eyes. May you always find forgiveness in each other's love. May you always find fun in each other's company. May you never stop taking great joy in each other, and in your children, and in your children's children. In a beautiful, loving, richly blessed life. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom!